So starting in a wide-legged child's pose, take your knees wide, big toes touch. Sit back on your heels first, and then slowly start walking your hands forward. Place your forehead on a block or on the mat if you can reach the mat. So the idea is to press your hips back to your heels and then try to rest your forehead on the mat. Settle down here in your wide-legged child's pose. And then take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it out. One more deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it out. Now breathing in and out only through your nose. Cultivating Ujjayi Pranayama if you have it in your practice. Deep inhales through the nose. And long exhales also through the nose, making that ocean-like sound. Trying to keep that internal heat in your body and create that mindfulness, that connection with your movement, connection with your body. About 5 deep inhales and exhales here. Arrive on your mat, leave your day behind. Leave any plans for the upcoming week behind, especially if you had a long weekend. And then on your next inhale, start walking your hands all the way over to the right. Remove the block if you had it underneath your forehead. And reach your left hand diagonally across over to the right and breathe into the left side of the body. Breathe into all that separation you feel along the side ribs, creating space there. Breathing a little bit even into your lats, your upper back, your mid back. Now slowly start walking your hands all the way over to the left side of your mat. Reaching your right fingertips diagonally across, keeping both hips back onto your heels. Breathe into the right side of your body. Slowly walk your hands all the way back to the center. Walk your hands back to your knees and sit up tall, sitting back on your heels. Let's start class with 1 Om. On your next inhale, lift your arms up, palms touch, gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale, palms come to heart center. One more time like that. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Gently drop your shoulders and tuck your chin in. We'll start class with 1 Om. Exhaling all the air out. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Setting an intention for your practice, maybe it is just to stay connected with your breath and be mindful of anything that's happening in your body and staying away from pain. Or maybe it is to send your practice as a dedication to anyone who needs it more than you do right now. Open your eyes if you have them closed and roll on to all fours, tabletop position. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Your hips are right over your knees. Let's start class with some cat-cows. So on your next inhale, soften your belly, arch your back, Lift your tail up and lift your gaze up like a happy cow. Exhale, round your back, pushing the mat away, gaze at your belly button to spine, spine to ceiling, gaze at your belly button. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart up, lift your gaze up. Exhale, round your back like an angry cat, tuck your tail in and gaze at your belly button. Two more like this, move with your own breath. Feel the undulation in your spine and breathe into any tight spots. Breathe into anything that feels good when you stretch it. Maybe exaggerating that movement a little bit. And then come back to the neutral tabletop, sucking your belly button in and tucking your tail in slightly. Let's take bird dog to challenge our core a little bit before we move into the hips. So take your right leg back long and strong behind you, pointing the toes or flexing the foot. Either way, keeping that leg active. Keep your hips level. Push the mat away with your right hand and maybe try to take your left arm up. Thumb faces the ceiling. Strong straight line from your thumb to your heel. Stay here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's do the other side, kicking your left leg back behind you, long and strong. Either point the toes or flex the foot, keeping that leg active. And if you have your balance, maybe take your right arm up. Thumb faces the ceiling. Keep pushing the mat away with your left hand. Suck that belly button in, keeping your core engaged. And release. Let's warm up our outer hips a little bit now. So on your next inhale, we're going to do fire hydrant. You're going to take your right knee out to the side like a dog peeing on the fire hydrant. Make sure your knee and your heel are coming up at the same level. Exhale, take it back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale down and release that right knee on the mat. Let's do it on the other side, fire hydrant. Inhale, lift your left knee out to the side. Heel and knee are at the same level. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one here. Inhale up. Exhale down and release. Move your hands one palm print forward. Tuck your toes in. Lift your hips. Send it up. Downward facing dog. First downward facing dog perhaps of your day. Keep your knees soft and start pedaling your legs out, bending one knee. Press the opposite heel down to the mat. And then change sides. Breathe into the backs of your legs. Breathe into all that stretch that you feel in your hamstrings, your calf muscles. Moving with your breath. And then come to a still down dog. Look up at your hands. Hands are shouldered a little bit wider than your shoulders, maybe. Your index finger is pointing forward. Release your head and neck. Push the mat away. Gaze at your belly button, or maybe gaze between your knees. Feet are hip distance apart. Maybe keeping a slight bend in your knees so that you can lift your sit bones up and elongate your spine. Breathe here. A couple of deep breaths in a still down dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Keep that left heel back down. Make sure it's not rising up as well. You can point your right toes to lift that leg up even higher. Now bend your knee and open your hip. Breathe into the opening that you feel in the hip. Lift that right knee up to the ceiling. Breathe here. And then release. Let's do the other side. Lifting that left leg up. Maybe pointing the toes to lift the leg up high. Drop your right heel back down because it wants to lift up as well. Now bend your knee and open your hip. Breathe into the opening of the hip. Press evenly through both shoulders and shoot for your left knee to point towards the ceiling. Breathe. And slowly release. On your next inhale, roll forward to a plank pose, setting up a strong plank. Make sure your knees are right underneath your heels are right over your toes. Maybe you want to move your feet a little bit behind to make sure that happens. Hold it here, push the mat away, breathe here. Maybe if this is tough, you can drop your knees straight down, but keeping your core engaged. If not, keep your core engaged, keep your thighs engaged, breathe. One more deep inhale. Exhale, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. We're going to ripple forward to a plank and then go back to a down dog a few times. On your next inhale, lift your hips high, heels come up off the mat and roll forward to a plank pose. Exhale, bend your knees close to the mat, send your hips back and lift your hips straight up, downward facing dog. Few more times like this. Inhale, heels come high up off the mat, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, bend your knees, send your hips back and lift it straight up, downward facing dog. One more time, just like this. Inhale, lift your heels high up off the mat, roll forward, rounding your upper back all the way up to the front and hold it here in plank pose. Take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, bring your right foot outside your right hand, opening the right side, right hip now. Breathe here, lizard lunge. Lift your heart, don't curve in, but keep your heart lifted. You're in a plank pose. It's just that your right foot is outside your right hand. One more deep inhale. Exhale, send the right foot back. On your next inhale, bring your left foot outside your left hand. Hold it here, lizard lunge. Breathe into the opening that you feel in your left hip now. Push the mat away, suck in your belly button. Strong plank, except that your left foot is outside your left hand. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, send that left foot back. We're going to march like this a few times. Inhale, right foot outside right hand. Exhale, take it back. Left foot outside left hand. Exhale, take it back. Right foot outside right hand. Keep your hips level. Exhale, take it back. Left foot outside left hand. Exhale, take it back. One more time. Right foot. Exhale, back. Left foot. Exhale, back. Drop your knees. Take child's pose. Take a wide-legged child's pose. Breathe into your hips. Deep inhale. And exhale it out. Slowly come up, back into a downward facing dog. Deep inhale here. And exhale it out. On your next inhale, right foot outside right hand, left foot outside left hand, Malasana, yogi squat. Squatting down here. If this is tough for you to squat down with a straight spine, then you would place a block underneath your sit bones. Squeeze your elbows into your knees to push your knees out, but at the same time, press your knees back into your elbows like a spring action. Drop your tail down, lift the crown of the head up, and breathe into your hips. One more thing you can do if this is tough is roll up a blanket and plant it underneath your heels. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, plant your fingertips down, lift your hips up, and fold forward, wide-legged Uttanasana. Breathe. Maybe sway from side to side. Walk your feet hip distance apart now and take ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows. One more time, sway from side to side like a pendulum. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And then release your fingertips down. On your next inhale, slowly bend your knees a lot and roll all the way up to standing. Exhale, shoulder blades roll back and down. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms touch, gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale, palms come to heart center and down by your side. Let's do Surya Namaskara seat with Anjaneyasana. So make sure that you are setting up a strong Anjaneyasana, not dumping too much weight into your low back. Inhale, lift those arms up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Send the crown of the head forward, suck in your belly button. On the exhale, plant your hands down and take your left leg back into a long lunge. Drop your back knee, uncurl your toes and come straight up. Set up a strong base by sucking in your belly button, tuck your tail in, and then send your hips forward and down. If you don't feel a good stretch here in your left hip flexor, then you would drop your fingertips down and move your left knee back a little bit so that you can feel the stretch in your left hip flexor. If not, come up and then use your fingers on your right thigh to move the skin away from your hip crease towards your knee. Settle down here, breathe into your left hip flexor. If you want to challenge your balance today, take those arms up, biceps by your ears, maybe your palms touch, and you gaze up at your thumbs. Optional, breathe. One more deep inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky now, everyone. Exhale, open up to the right into an open twist, reaching your fingertips to either side of the room in a T. Inhale, take those arms back up. Exhale, open. Inhale, back up. Exhale, open. Inhale, back up. Exhale, plant your hands down, take it back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale here in downward facing dog. And exhale it out. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and stack open that hip. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, bring that leg through, plant it between your hands. Drop your back knee, uncurl your toes and come up for Anjaneyasana on the other side. One more time, setting it up strong. Suck your belly button in, tuck your tail in, and then move your hips forward and down. Breathe into the right hip flexor this time. And if you don't feel a stretch, drop your fingertips down and move your right knee back a little bit so that you can feel that good stretch here. Take your hands on your left thigh and move the flesh away from your hip crease towards your knees. Settle down here, breathe into your hip flexor. If you want to challenge your balance, you can take those arms up, maybe your palms touch, and you gaze up as well. Breathe here. One more inhale, reach, everyone reach your fingertips up now. On the exhale, twist to the left, opening your arms out into a T. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhale, back up. Exhale, drop your hands down, bring that back foot to meet the front foot in the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, palms to heart center and down by your side. We're going to do the same sequence, leading with the right foot this time. Make sure you set up your Anjaneyasana. I'm not going to repeat the same thing. Make sure you set up your Anjaneyasana with a strong core, making sure your low back is protected. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold it down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, reach the crown of the head forward. On the exhale, plant your hands down, take that right leg back into a long lunge, drop your back knee, uncurl your toes and come up, Anjaneyasana, setting up a strong Anjaneyasana. Breathe here. One more inhale, reaching your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, open up to a twist or to the left, opening your arms wide. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, open left. Inhale, up. Exhale, plant your fingertips down. Take that left foot back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale here. And exhale it out. On your next inhale, lift that right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee and open your hip. Another deep inhale here. Exhale, bring that leg through, plant it between your hands, drop your back knee, uncurl your toes, Anjaneyasana on the left side, setting it up with integrity. Breathe. Deep inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, open right. Inhale, up. Exhale, open right. Inhale, up. Exhale, plant your fingertips down. Left foot meets the right foot at the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, palms to the heart center and down by your side. Now that we have worked on some hip opening and hip mobility, let's take tree pose just to challenge our balance. And it's a good way to open the hips as well. Or if you want, you can take Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana if you want to take half lotus fold. So bring your right knee up, balancing on the left foot. Open your right knee out to the side. Now you have three options: using the right foot as a kickstand on your calf, just above your ankle, or all the way up into your groin. Avoid your knee. If you want to take half lotus, you can take that right foot to your left hip crease. Keep a hold of that right foot with your left hand, reach around and grab your left forearm with your right hand. Either way, breathing here, 5 deep breaths. Stay strong. Use your drishti, find your focus. You're not going to drop that right foot now. On your next inhale, release that right foot and then bring it up to your chest. Palms come to heart center. Kick that right leg out. Hold it here, pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly with control, let go of that foot, releasing it back down to the mat. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. On your next inhale, balancing on your right foot, right leg, keeping that right knee soft, bring that left knee into your chest, and then open it out to the side. Again, taking any variation that you took on the other side, or maybe taking half lotus pose, half lotus by bringing the left foot into your right hip crease. Keep a hold of that foot if you want with your right hand. Reach around with your left hand to grab a hold of your right forearm. Breathe. 5 deep meditative breaths here. Using your drishti to find your focus. Slowly release that foot, bring that left knee out to the front, palms come to heart center, kick that left foot out, hold it here and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly with control, bring that foot back down to the mat, shake it out. Let's add a few more poses to our flow now. We're going to add a crescent lunge and warrior 3. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose, Utsatasana. Lift your arms, heart up, lift your arms up, send your hips back, suck in your belly button. If you look down, you should be able to see your toes. So you should be sending your hips back, not knees over your toes. Breathe here. Hold it here. Maybe your feet come together. It doesn't matter. You can stay hip distance feet. One more breath. Exhale, fold it down, Uttanasana. We're going to flow like this for a few times. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift your heart up, send your hips back. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Lift your sit bones up, let your head and neck go. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift your heart up, send your hips back and down. Exhale, lift your sit bones out, up and fold over, allowing your head and neck to fall. Two more times like this. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Getting your hamstrings a really good workout here. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. On the exhale, take your left foot back into a long lunge. Runner's lunge here. Lift your heart up on the inhale. And hold it here for the exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to come up into a crescent lunge. Lifting your arms up if you want, or maybe palms at heart center. Hold it here, strong crescent. We're going to do the same kind of flow that we did with Anjaneyasana. One more inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, open twist to the right. Open your arms wide. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, palms come to heart center, warrior two. So spin the back foot 90 degrees. Make sure your shoulders are right above your hips, which means you're not leaning forward or leaning back. Reach your arms out to either side of the room. Strong, steady warriors. Soft gaze over the front fingers. Keep that back leg really strong, which means that you're pressing the back edge of the back foot into the mat. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, reverse your warrior. On the exhale, take Skandasana, lateral lunge to the back. Bend your left knee, lift your right foot up. Fingertips can come down to the mat. You're going to breathe into the inside of your right leg. If you can, balance yourself. Then you can bring your hands up to your heart as well. Breathe here in Skandasana, lateral lunge. Slowly spin to the front of the mat and come back into your runner's lunge. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Deep inhale. And exhale it out. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up into a three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open your hip. Now stay here like you did last time, breathing into the hip opening, or optionally, flex that foot, drop the ball of the foot and come into a wild thing. Drop the ball of the foot behind you, come into the edge of the right foot and reach your left arm up and over. Breathe your wild thing. Lift your hips up high. Reach your left hand back up, plant it down, coming back into a three-legged dog. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, bring that left leg through, plant it between your hands and come up into a crescent lunge. Coming back to where we started this time, we're going to go into a warrior three from a crescent lunge. So take a deep inhale, reach your fingertips up, maybe palms come to heart center, and then slowly shift your weight to the front foot and lift your back leg up, warrior three. Make sure you are using that hip as a hinge, so you're not dropping your chest lower than that leg. So straight line from your head to your heel, even if it is inclined. Hold it here and breathe. Drop that back foot, coming back into a crescent lunge. Exhale, drop those fingers down. Back foot meets the front foot at the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, coming back to where we started. We're going to do the other side now. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, one more time. Exhale, fold forward. Last time, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, lift your sit bones up, breathe into your hamstrings. Inhale, half lift, reach the crown of the head forward. On the exhale, take your right leg back into a long lunge. Runner's lunge here, open your heart, stay here for the deep inhale, and exhale it out. On your next inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Strong crescent, keep that back leg strong and straight. Generous bend in your front knee. Going to do the same, open arms to the right. So on your next inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, open twist left. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. This time, exhale, palms come to heart center, warrior two. Spin the back foot 90 degrees. Reach your arms out as a T. Make sure your torso is balanced between both legs. Back leg is strong. Breathe. Inhale, reverse your warrior. On the exhale, take Skandasana to the back, bending your right knee this time. Bring your fingertips down to the mat if you want. Lift the left toes up. And breathe into the inner thigh here on the left side. If you have your balance today, you can bring both hands to your heart and hold it here and breathe. Skandasana. Lateral lunge pose. Slowly bring your fingertips to the mat and spin forward into a runner's lunge, coming back into your runner's lunge. And then you're going to take that left foot back, coming into a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift that right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip, and just stay here. Breathe into that opening in the hip. Or if you want, you can drop to the ball of the foot behind you, spin to the edge of the other foot, and reach your right hand up. Spin to the edge of the left foot, and reach your right hand up. Keep lifting your hips high. Wild thing, Chamakrasana. Hold it here and breathe. Reach your right fingertips up, bring it back down to the mat, come back into a three-legged dog. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, bring that leg through, plant it between your hands and rise up, crescent lunge. From here, we're going to come into warrior three and hold it. So breathe here. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, you can bring your palms to your heart center, shift your weight to the front foot and lift that back leg up. Keep that back foot active, either point or flex those toes. Using your hip as a hinge. So you're not going to drop your heart below your leg. Hold it here and breathe. Drop your fingertips down to the mat. Back foot meets the front foot at the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, palms come to heart center and down by your side. Let's take one more balancing pose. Before that, take a couple of grounding breaths. Take a deep inhale here, maybe one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And exhale it out. One more deep inhale. And exhale it out. We're going to take a standing figure four pose. So again, grounding down with your left foot. Take that right foot across your left thigh. Send your hips back and down. You can hold on to that right lower leg, Or you can bring your hands to your heart center, or alternately, you can drop your fingers down and drop your head down. Keep sending your hips back. Hold it here and breathe. If you have your fingertips down, use control, use your core to slowly come back up to standing. And then release that foot down. Other side, balancing on your right foot. Bring that left foot across your right thigh. Send your hips back and down. You can either hold on to that left lower leg, bring your hands to your heart center, or alternately, plant your fingertips down and fold. Breathe. You can use blocks also underneath your fingertips. If your fingertips are down, use control to slowly come back up to standing. And then release that foot. Shake it out. Take your feet as wide as the mat, toes are pointing out. We're going to squat slowly all the way down to the mat and come into boat pose. So reach your arms out, your thumbs are facing up. Send your hips back and squat down, which means you're pressing your knees out. Don't allow your knees to cave in. Press your knees out, send your hips back, suck your belly button in and tuck your tail in slightly. Hold it here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat down a little bit lower and hold it here. Breathe. Your thighs are parallel to the mat. They're probably burning. Hold it. Don't give up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come all the way down to the mat. Boat pose. Coming straight away into a boat pose. Lifting your legs up. Reaching your fingertips forward. Make sure you're not dumping any weight into your lower back by keeping your heart lifted and sucking in your belly button. You can always hold on to the backs of your legs. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. Forehead to knees. Take a deep breath in. And exhale it out. Round 2, boat pose. Set it up. Maybe take a variation. Maybe grab your big toes if you want. Or just stay with regular boat. Gaze at your toes. Try to straighten your legs if you can using the hip flexor strength for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. Take another deep breath in. And exhale it out. Round 3, boat pose. Take a variation if you want, or coming back to a regular boat. Roll your shoulders, blades down, lift your heart up, and then lift your legs up. Maybe straighten your legs. Hold it here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Roll all the way back down onto your mats. We're going to set up for bridge pose before we come back up for a few more seated stretches. So planting your feet hip distance apart. Again, take a restorative bridge if this is not okay for your low back. You would just place a block or a book underneath your hips and lift up. Lift your hips up, place a block. If not, press your feet down, press your palms down, lift your hips straight up, shoot your tail forward, maybe rolling one shoulder under than the other to interlace your fingers underneath you. And now go ahead. If you're with me, lift your right leg up. Doesn't need to go up straight. You can keep it bent. Keep those hips lifted though and stay here. One more deep inhale. And exhale, lower down. Drop that foot. Coming slowly down. Drop your knees wide, soles of the feet touch. Supta Baddha Konasana. If you are taking a restorative bridge, just stay there. We're going to do this for 3 rounds, but you can just stay there on your block or book. Round 2, this time you're going to go with the other leg if you took the side. So setting it up for a bridge, lift your hips up, interlace your fingers underneath you if you want. And keeping those hips lifted, lift your left leg up. Doesn't need to go up straight. For a variation, this time you can keep it bent and breathe. Keep those hips lifted though. One more deep inhale. Exhale, lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing your tailbone down last. Round 3, bridge pose or wheel pose. I'm not going to take wheel, I hurt my finger. I'm going to stick with bridge pose. Stay with a regular bridge. Press your feet down, lift your hips up. If you're taking wheel pose, plant those fingers underneath you, underneath your shoulders, and come up onto the crown of the head. Press up just down with your palms and lift up. Press your chest forward. Maybe walk your feet in a bit. Stay for 5, and then tuck your chin in to come down. Breathe. One more inhale here if you're in bridge. Exhale and lower down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Your tailbone comes down last. I'm going to take a supine figure 4 stretch just to kind of release our hips a little bit. So bring your right foot on top of your left thigh. Keep that right foot active. Press your right knee out. And if this is enough of a stretch for you, you can just stay here. If you want more, you can reach around into the keyhole and bring that left knee in. You can keep those keep the left foot kind of soft, but keep the right foot active. Press the right knee out. The closer you bring your left knee, the deeper the stretch, but try to do it while keeping your tailbone down on the mat. So not curling your tailbone up. Drop your left foot down. Now crossing your right leg over your left leg like you're a lady sitting in a chair. Drop both knees to the left and turn your gaze to the right for a supine twist. Slowly come back up. Let's do the other side, planting both feet down again. Bring your left foot on top of your right thigh and press your left knee out, keeping the left foot active. Stay here. If you feel a good enough stretch here, you can just breathe into it. If you want more, you can reach around and bring your right knee in. If you're flexible, super flexible, you can always reach around and grab a hold of your right shin. Keep pressing the left knee away from you. Keep that foot active, left foot active. Your right foot can be relaxed. Breathe here. Drop the right foot down. Cross the left leg over the right leg like you're a lady sitting in a chair with crossed legs. Drop both knees to the right now and turn your gaze to the left. Supine twist variation. Supine twists are a great way to stretch out your low back for any sort of like low back pain. You can just drop your knees to one side and turn your gaze to the other side, keeping both shoulders on the mat. And do any variation of this. Slowly come back to center and release that foot. Grab the backs of your thighs and roll up into a seat one more time. Let's do a few closing stretches before we call it a day. If you are close to a wall, you can always go up to a wall for this, for a seated butterfly. bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. You can sit up against the wall, bring the soles of the feet to touch. Your back is touching the wall, so you're sitting up tall. Reach the crown of the head up. Now use your thumbs inside the arches of your feet to open your feet up like a book. You can sit on a blanket even to lift your hips up. Sit up tall here. And then use your palms against the wall to find that length to fold forward. So reach, push the wall away as you reach the crown of the head forward. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, fold a bit more. One more time. Take a deep inhale, push against the wall. Exhale, hinge a bit more. If you don't have the wall, you just do it on the mat. One more time. Deep inhale, push the wall away. Exhale, release your arms and fold forward. You can get a lot deeper by using the help of a wall. So try it out if you have a chance to another time. Breathe here into your hips. And slowly come up. For Upavishta Konasana, wide-legged forward fold, take your legs wide. They don't need to be like, all the way out, but as much as is comfortable for you to keep the leg active, keep the knees pointed up, your toes pointed up. So reach your hands forward. Inhale, reach the crown of the head up. On the exhale, hinge at your hips and start walking your fingertips forward. Walk, walk, walk. One more time. Inhale, elongate your spine. Exhale, walk a little bit more. Last time here, keep those legs active, toes pointing up, knees pointing up, reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, fold. Maybe your elbows come down, maybe your forehead comes down, doesn't matter. Wherever you are, you stay there and you breathe into the backs of your legs. Breathe. Keep those legs active, which means that you're pressing the heels out, digging your heels into the mat. Toes are pointing up, knees are pointing up. You should feel a deep stretch in your hamstrings. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale here, and then slowly walk back. Turning your belly button all the way to the right side now, keeping both legs active, don't let go of that. Belly button pointing to your right knee. Start walking your fingertips forward. Inhale, elongate your spine, lift up, look up. Exhale and fold. Maybe you grab a hold of your shin, your ankle, or just allow your fingertips to rest where they are. Again, breathing into your hamstring. Now allow your right elbow to rest on top of your right leg, maybe grabbing a hold of your right toe if you can, or maybe just grab a hold of your shin or your ankle. Take a deep inhale, open your heart up to the sky. Deep inhale, open your shoulders behind you, and maybe reach your fingertips, left fingertips over. Maybe you can grab a hold of your right toes. I cannot do that. If you can do that. Or maybe just opening your left fingertips diagonally across, reaching across and breathing into the left side of your body. You should feel a really deep stretch all the way from your fingertips to your left hip. Keep both feet active. And slowly come back up. Now spin your belly button to face your left knee now and start walking your fingertips forward. Keeping both legs active. Inhale, lift up, look up, elongate your spine. On the exhale, fold over that left leg. Maybe you grab a hold of your shin or your ankle, or just allow your fingertips to rest where they are. Slowly come up. Allow your left arm, elbow to rest on your left leg, maybe grabbing a hold of your toe or maybe your shin or your ankle. Open your heart up, sending your right shoulder back. Reach your right arm up and over, maybe to grab a hold of your left toes or maybe just to reach for that. Breathe into the right side of your body. Try to keep both sit bones down and breathe all the way from your fingertips to your right hip. You should feel a good deep stretch here. Slowly come up and take your legs out in front of you. Bring your right knee into your chest for Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated twist. Right foot comes outside your left leg. You can do this by bringing your left knee, bending your left knee and bringing the left foot close to your bum and twisting to the right. You can hug your right knee in or take the left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Either way, spinning to the right, breathing into your right outer hip, maybe turning your gaze all the way over your right shoulder. Sit up tall, don't slouch, don't round your back. If sitting up on a blanket helps, then you should do that rather than round your back. Creating space for your twist by sitting up tall is always more beneficial than rounding your back, so using any sort of props you need. And slowly come back to the center. Let's take the other side, sending those legs out again. Bend your left knee in this time, left foot outside your right leg. You can optionally bend your right knee to bring the right foot close to your bum and take a twist to the left, hugging the left knee in or bringing the right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Sit up tall again and breathe. And slowly come back to the center, release. Setting your legs out one more time, slowly roll all the way back. For your final poses before Shavasana, taking Savana Muktasana first. Extend your left leg out, hugging your right knee in. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, forehead comes to knee. Crunch your low back down to the mat and crunch it in. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Exhale, crunch it in. Press your low back to the mat. Forehead comes to knee. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Last time, exhale, crunch it in. Forehead to knee. Press your low back down to the mat. Inhale, back down. This time, take half happy baby by grabbing either the back of your thigh, sending the sole of the foot up to the ceiling or parallel to the ceiling, or you reach around through the inside of the leg to grab a hold of the pinky side of the foot. Taking the knee wide, you're going to press the knee to the outside of your armpit. Keep your left hand on top of your left hip to gently keep it down. Breathe into your hips here. Half happy baby pose. Slowly release. Let's do the other side. Extend the right leg out and hug your left knee into your chest. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, forehead to knee, crunch it in. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Exhale, crunch it in. Last time, press your low back to the mat. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. And the exhale, take half happy baby. Either sending the knee wide, grabbing the back of your thigh, or reaching around through the inside. Your elbows on the inside, you're grabbing the pinky side of the foot, pressing your knee gently down to the outside of your armpit. You can plant your right hand on top of your right hip. Breathe. And release, bringing both knees to your chest now. Give them a tight squeeze. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, forehead comes to your knees, crunch into a tight ball, curl your tailbone up, forehead touches your knees now. You're a tight ball, squeezing in, and take a deep inhale and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release Shavasana. Taking up space on your mat by taking your legs wide, allow your ankles to drop open. Take your arms wide, palms face up. Release your shoulders from underneath you. Release your neck by tucking in your chin slightly so that you're not arching your neck. Soften your belly, letting go of any control you have over your breath. Allow your body to just get heavy and sink into the mat. Close your eyes down. Stay here. Observe how you feel compared to when you started the practice. How does your body feel now? How do your hips feel? We did a lot of hip opening today. How do your hamstrings feel? Just noticing all that. Staying here in silence just for a few breaths, just for a minute.